taking New Year's resolutions. They're easy to make, easy to break, so we're trying to change that. According to a Forbes survey, nearly 80% of resolutions are abandoned by February. So joining us with some advice is Alex Sheen, an inspirational speaker, a TED Talk veteran, and founder of the Because I Said I Would movement. First off, how powerful is that statement? Thank you so much for being here.
The shirt to match.
Yes, that's incredible. Okay, lots of us make New Year's resolutions, whether it be saving more money, improving our physical and mental health, losing weight. But it turns out that we can't always keep them. So what's at fault here?
Yeah, I think, people break promises and water is wet, right? Like, it's something that does happen. I think a lot of that is connected to almost an addiction to motivation, right? Like, if we don't feel like doing it, we don't do it. But life being an emotional wave up and down, a promise is a straight line right through that. So really what we need is a plan, right? We need to take that big commitment, chunk it out into smaller segments, and put together a plan, because intent alone, intent and $4 buys you a cup of coffee. It's not enough. We got to create a plan here.
Exactly. So okay, let's say, speaking of the plan, let's say I'm motivated.
Yeah.
How do you effectively take that resolution and put it into action?
Yeah, so for people who are struggling through that commitment, making that action, we do a lot of work with programs in schools, prisons, our 92-acre camp in Ohio. Here are some of the habits and tactics that can really help. The first one is cognitive reframing, a simple psychology tactic using the following phrase: I don't have to, I get to. Right? So I'll say to myself at 4 a.m, oh, my dog's barking, I have to let him out, I have to let him out. No. I get to.
Yep.
Like, there are people who live in places that don't even allow dogs. I had a dog 5 years ago who passed away. I would love to let her out one more time at 5 a.m. So this phrase, I don't have to, I get to, makes that obligation into an opportunity. So the second tactic, I would say, goes back to segmenting that promise out, writing it down specifically, though, in your calendar. Right? Take those 10 steps over the next 90 days. Have your phone ding you, remind you, this is the next actionable step. It's not that intimidating, but that's good. And the third and last commitment, especially for 2025, a tactic would be using artificial intelligence. Whether it's ChatGPT or Google Gemini, it kind of doesn't matter. Take the conditions of the challenge you're going through, just type it in there, and it's going to help you critically think of alternatives, brainstorm for you, and those are 3 habits and tactics that can help. But our website, becauseisaidawould.org/GMA, there's a whole New Year's resolution center on there of these tips that our charity provides.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, I get to ask you about Quitter's Day. We were talking about that. It's coming up next week, January 9th. What do we do if we fall off the wagon?
Some of that trip up that we have, I think we need to use our biology to counter. What do I mean by that? As a species, we're a tribal species. Thousands of years ago, we relied on each other to survive. So we really care what people think about us. So find that accountability partner. Is it a friend? Is it a family member? Is it your grandma, right? Nana wants to hear from you, right? Tell her, hey, I'm gonna check in with you 6 o'clock every Wednesday. Enact some of that tribal species biology, and these are the types of habits and tactics that really can help people who are struggling with resiliency, with mental health. That's what Because I Said I Would as a charity does.
Yes, tap into your community. Alex, thanks so much for being here. You were fantastic. You've got us all jazzed up about our resolutions again.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Writing it down.
Love it. And being specific.